Hey guys, back again. It's been a couple of days, but today we are gonna go over my Autobomber Void Knight. I made this build originally before the season launched. It was just a written guide, and I made a quick video on it going through what I was going to be doing. But I thought I'd revisit it now with some gameplay and some further changes and what I'm planning going forward. Now, I did make this character today. So he's not super powered up. His gear is average, but he's still pretty strong. So I'll first of all show you a quick monolith here, which this is a 325 corruption. Okay, and we will jump in here really quickly and I'll just show you sort of the damage of this corruption level for a 1 day hold character. Now it's a damage over time based build, so a lot of the stuff might not look like it dies, but it dies off screen. And there's a lot of room to get more damage for this build, right? So you just run through, the orbs automatically generate around you, they fire off, they just, as you can see, this is pretty chill. So yeah, if this build interests you, we're going to have the written description. We'll have the guide in the description with all the talents and go over everything there as well. But we will head out of here because we completed it and have a look at what's going on. So we're currently level 88. This was my old Forge Knight, so it was, yeah. It was like level 70 today, and I swapped it around and got it going again. As you can see, it was originally going to be an auto bomber, and then I made it into a Forge Guard because Void Knight was so popular and I didn't want to chase the meta. But I thought, it's getting towards the end of the season for me, and I wanted to try out the build that I'd put together in the beginning. So let's have a look. So first of all, let's go over the gear. So my current gear is nothing too flash. There will be better gear in the description in the build planner. So once again, refer to that for the actual gear. But what I'm currently running is I've got a helmet with +3 to Devouring Orbs and Vitality. Vitality is great because it scales our Devouring Orb and our Smite. Okay, I've got this chest piece which has increased void damage. It's got a sealed health affix, so it's a generally like reasonable chest piece. I'll probably change it out for something else. I did have something in the planner, so refer to that. But now this is the big one. This set is huge for this build. It gives you penetration and more void damage per stack of time rot. So just those two things alone are great. And now with the weapon, you get the up to 25% chance to gain haste on hit. Now those orbs, when they actually connect with an enemy, count as a hit. So you'll get that haste buff all the time. That's why we're able to get to such high movement speed with this build. Once again, this is the set item. I am planning on putting this on a weapon, but that's going to take some time. The weapon is very expensive. So the amulet, same thing. We want it for the set bonuses. And this is also the shield, which I have put onto a new shield. It's not the best shield, but it's better than what the set one was. Yeah. Rings, just damage over time. That's pretty much all that's good on this is the damage over time. Damage over time on here. So in the perfect world, I would have like some coral rings that have base vitality on the implicit, and then I would have damage over time, void damage, and then probably like health and a resist, like maybe alley res or something. Okay, and same with the other one. These gloves, I've just been messing around with these. I'll probably get a good LP version, slam some stuff on them. But the penetration is quite nice. These boots I've just been using because the movement speed on them is nutty. 30 plus 25 plus 10, I mean, perfect. The Weaver's relic. I got a damage over time one. The spell crit chance is meh, but yeah, try and go for one with like good damage over time on it. Maybe if you can get like a Vit roll as well would be cool. Yeah, that's pretty much the gear. These idols I've been going, like these are really badly rolled, but they're kind of the idols I want. So increased damage over time with chance to slow with Void. As high a chance to slow as you can get. I would love to get 40%ers and 40% damages, but that's expensive and hard to find. But I'm going to keep hunting. So we got 4 of those. We'll go into why chance to slow is important later. And this gain inspiration on kills. Inspiration gives you another 20% cooldown reduction. So it makes us pump out more ball orbs. Just makes everything feel a lot smoother. Okay. Whew. That out of the way, we will go over this. So we come through here, just grab these talents. There's not much to say about this page. It's pretty basic. Then we're coming over to Paladin. We are going to grab all of these, and these are all the catalysts to get to Symbol of Hope. We need Symbol of Hope for this build. It's a massive damage multiplier. So come in here to get Symbol of Hope. Void Knight. Okay, we're going to start off coming in here. Temporal Corruption and Abyssal Endurance. Get those done. Come into Darkmoor. Then we're not going to get this straight away, but we come up here and get Rot Ripple. So Time Rot spreads on kill. So whenever you kill something that has Time Rot, it jumps to another target. Really good. Helps with your AoE clear a lot. It also gives you Time Rot chance, which is also great. This we have increased cast speed and chance to cast Void Beam with Smite, which is really great. And it also changes Smite to scale with Vitality instead of Attunement, which makes it more in line with Devouring Orb because that scales with Vitality. So 2 birds, 1 stone. This is a big node, Rot Grip. So Time Rot chance is great, but Time Rot damage per 1% slow chance with Void spells. So getting as much slow chance as you can converts over to percent damage multiplier. Really good, really strong. Get this node. And that's why we want the slow chance on our idols and maybe on our weapon and so on. Physical pen, void penetration, slow chance. Void damage, vitality. We get more health per vitality. Increased void damage, move speed. Okay, and then this one down here. Elemental damage taken as void. So it pretty much means 50% of the damage you take is taken as a void. So if you have capped void res, you don't need as much ele res. Okay. And then for the rest of the points, I do come back here, grab this. I end up grabbing this, and I end up grabbing this. But that's a bit later down the tree, like in your 90s. So just refer to the build guide for the correct order to put all these talents in. If you already have a high level Sentinel, I would go into the Paladin tree first and grab this stuff. But if not, I would start off, if you're leveling as this class, go into the Void Knight tree first so that you can get that passive damage going and you can just start leveling and get Symbol of Hopes a bit later. Okay, now for the skills. Symbol of Hopes. So we come from here. The first thing we do is we come over here. Damage granted per active symbol. Max this out. Get this. Fire damage per symbol. And then this. Fire damage converted to void damage. Increased void damage per active symbol 15%. And then from there, all we want to do is get as many symbols as possible. So we take this path up here. We get this symbol. We take this path down here and we get this symbol. Okay. Easy peasy. This skill, you'll never click the button. Okay, so put it on your most unused keybind because you will not click it. Smite, pretty simple. Come down here, we convert it to void, we max these out. And once you max these out, come down here, max out the fissure, heavy impact, and aftershock. That makes our Smite into a really strong single target skill. Like you can see right here, 259,000 damage per second with Smite. It gets ridiculous. It goes up higher, see, when we're moving, we get some buffs going. But yeah, very, very strong single target alternative if your orbs aren't killing stuff quick enough, and for bosses. So just throw that on, you'll destroy everything. Devouring Orb. So if you are starting this from fresh, you want to come down one to Dark Moon. So the Devouring Orbs orbit you, and then one across to Abyssal Rush, which auto casts Devouring Orb when you're moving. And then I come down, get Cosmic Impact, and then I come over here and I come get the Void Pan, the World Rot, 2 points in Eldritch Bloom, just so I can get to here to max out Eternal Decay. And then after that's all done and your Void Orbs are very powerful, we can start working our way. Void Adept, Hallow Orb, and Abyssal Admissions. So that now your Void Orbs shoot like as a ranged projectile as well on a chance. Which is really great for if you miss a pack, an orb will go over there, blow up on a pack, the time rot will spread, and it will just kill everything. Okay. And then we have Volatile Reversal. So Volatile Reversal, unstable, we come down here first. We come Termination, and then Future Focus. This allows us, instead of Volatile Reversal, to jump backwards. On the second cast, it always jumps forwards, so you teleport twice. The other stuff is pretty self-explanatory. You get Frenzy. This is just a buff skill and a movement skill. It's not really for crazy damage. Okay, but this is more of a your get out of jail free card. If you're fighting Aberoth, you can teleport away from his waves and slams. But I don't really use this in monoliths. I find I run fast enough, and it is a heavy mana using skill. Okay. Now this one, on the other hand, we will be clicking this on cooldown if you want the most damage out of your build. So we come down here, Time Rot Chance on return. Well, we don't have to worry about that. Anomaly effects triggers instantly. Then we come down here to Time Bubble on cast, slow stacks per second. So we want slow. Slow helps us scale our void damage. Time Bubble duration, so it lasts longer. And Time Bubble is cast on you, so it is cast on your character and moves with you. Attack speed increase, cast speed increase. This is really good for Smite. Cooldown recovery speed 30%. I mean, say no more. Health leech and increased health leached 200%. So this is where we get a bunch of our leech. Okay, and that is that. So if you have any questions, jump in the Discord. The Discord will be linked in the description. I'm in there all the time, very active. Like and subscribe, guys. I appreciate all the love and support over last Epoch. On another note, next week we'll be starting June Awakening. We are starting a clan in June. There is a sign-up area if you want to join the clan and come play with us on the Discord. So jump in there, sign up. Be good to have you guys. There's like 32 slot clans, so first in, first served. And aside from that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.